A lot of times in my work, it's just one thing leads to another. Maybe my individual works may seem not connected, but they're totally riffing off of each other. Becoming another is ultimately about things becoming something else, making and unmaking boundaries. For example, between nature and culture, or between human and non-human, living and dead, or art and the viewer. It's hard to analyze myself, but I would say it's not even my thought process. It's how we live today, how many images we see, how we communicate. I can't even watch a movie, I'm skipping through it if I'm not sitting in a cinema. I've been living in Berlin since 2007. What I used to love about Berlin were empty spaces. I felt like there was literal and metaphorical space in Berlin. And now the literal space is getting smaller. I like Berlin because it's like a big village. And it's starting to become a city. My first artworks were videos. I was studying graphic design in Vienna, and we had a video studio in the graphic design department, and nobody was using it. And I was amazed at all this amazing equipment still on tape, and I would spend nights cutting video. And then through video, I started making things for the internet. I love working with space. I like making something for a certain space, especially with sculpture. I mean, it's all about volumes, about space. We're kind of hanging these sculptures midair. This is 900 kilos hanging from the bridge. The genesis of my project, Becoming Another, was this book by Karen Barad called Meeting the Universe Halfway. The text was interesting to me because of the way Barad uses the ultrasound, a technology that I know about, that is close to me, to explore the relationship between the material and the discursive, the technology and the unborn fetus. This relationship between something that is being viewed and something that is viewing, for example. And that was not unsimilar to what I was doing with my prints and the Bezold effect. Because in the case of the prints, the viewer creates what is being viewed and vice versa. The Bezold effect is an optical effect that was discovered by a German meteorologist called Bezold. It is an effect where small areas of color are quite densely interspersed. They affect the neighboring color. We only see these colors this way because our eyes are able to see it that way. My mom's a radiologist who worked with ultrasound for most of her career. She specialized on it. One of the biggest things was every 5 to 10 years she would buy a new machine, and that was a big investment. The representatives of Toshiba would come. They would stay the whole day there. Then maybe I would get to keep the suitcase after, or some Toshiba stickers or something. I was fascinated by these holograms, and I really wanted to use them in a sculptural way. So I thought of, if the spinning motion creates the image, how about the spinning motion creates the body of the sculpture as well? Why we can see those images is because of a thing called persistence of vision. When something that's very light spins fast, our eyes can't follow that fast, so they blur the image together. That's why the show is about the relationship of seeing and perceiving. It is how I perceive the world. And maybe I can just remember snippets of something and then they come together.